What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be ranking every song from Recovery, and Recovery starts with Cold Wind Blows. The intro of this song feels really abrupt. It doesn't really ease you into the song at all. Also, the transition from the intro to the first verse is really jarring. And finally, I am not a huge fan of the chorus. It's not good. I not a huge fan, I mean it kind of fucking sucks. Not a great start to the album. I The voice he does during the chorus is something else. It's not like it's as bad as like the relapse voice he did, but like a very different way. It's a very different voice, but it's bad. Top of C, yeah, top of C. Above Just Lose It. Then on like a complete fucking change, we have Talking to Myself. What Kobe's chorus is fucking amazing. I don't know why this wasn't at the start of the album. It's a much stronger and better song, and the lyrics feel more fitting to the start of an album than Cold Wind Blows. The lyrics in Talking to Myself feel like he's talking about like what's been going on and like how shitty things have been for him, which feels like a good way to start the album Recovery other than Cold Wind Blows, which I could not tell you what the fuck's going on in that song. I don't know why this wasn't the start of the album. This is going S tier, like easily. Mostly because of Kobe's verse. Don't get me wrong. It's mostly because of Kobe's verse. But it's so fucking good. His verse is so fucking good. I don't know if it's fucking. It ain't top of S tier, I don't think. I don't know. Yeah, it's top. It's top. Better than White America. Then, after the excellent Talking to Myself, we get the mediocre On Fire. On Fire is not like the worst song M's ever made. Obviously, it's not Kim. Uh, but it certainly isn't great. He does this weird thing during the chorus where he says "on fire." I don't like the like inflection in his voice there. Also, he's kind of bitching throughout the song. I it's not a mature approach to criticism, to say the least. But where does it go? C. Yeah, below Cold Wind Blows. That seems fair. Then we got Won't Back Down. I'm going to put it just below Stay Wide Awake. Then we have an absolute op, White Trash Party. It is fun, I guess. It's it's goofy. This album's all over the place for me, man. Like it's got like a bunch of generically good Eminem songs. That's what I think like Won't Back Down is. A generically good Eminem song. Sure, the album has some fucking bangers in it. Don't get me wrong. White Trash Party's not a banger. It's also probably not included in the generically good Eminem song category. But I don't know. It's Recovery's certainly an album. White Trash Party, somewhere in B tier. I like to listen to it more than Won't Back Down. So I'll put it just below Stay Wide Awake. Going through changes. The best part of this song is the sample from Black Sabbath's Changes. I don't think I'd like it nearly as much as the sample. Do with that what you will. I'm still gonna put it in B tier. Am I being bamboozled through a sample from a better song? Yes. Am I still gonna put it in B tier? Yeah. It and I mean, even without the sample, it's better than Evil Deeds and Puke. Yeah, below Brain Damage seems fair. Here's another song. Um, so like in my the last video, the relapse ranking. I said my dad used to have like an MP3 player that would play a lot of Eminem songs while we were in the car. For my school's first grade field trip, we were allowed to make the entire trip with our parents, and I kid you not, I probably listened to Not Afraid close to a dozen times during that trip. Granted, it was a relatively long trip. I think the car ride was probably about 6 hours in total. But 12, like a dozen, that's like what, twice an hour? Sure, I could be remembering that wrong. But I know I listened to it more than once. And how I remember it, that was the only song we listened to. Um, but I really liked it when I was in first grade. It was probably my favorite song after that field trip. Unfortunately, this led to some serious you know, pestering on my part towards my father, asking him whenever we were in the car to play Not Afraid, which led to some not afraid fatigue. I thought I should say this because while I believe that where I'm gonna put it, which is an A, is a fair ranking, I may still have some bias towards Not Afraid.
A few moments later.
Is it fair though? Because I think I like it more than Crazy in Love. I'll put it bottom of S tier. I will move Crazy in Love down quite a bit actually. I'll move it down below. Sing for the Moment. That's quite the jump. And then we have Seduction. It's kind of lame. I'll put it B tier. Then we have No Love. That's an A tier song, at least. I'm not a huge fan of the sample though. Although I don't think it detracts from the song. I'll put it below Say What You Say. Then we have Spacebound. Spacebound. You know what S stands for? Last I checked, S stands for Spacebound. That's crazy. Then we have Cinderella Man. This this song is just not for me. I know I've said that a couple times. There's nothing in this song that really aggravates me or annoys me, but there's nothing that really grabs my attention. Yeah, I'll put it above White Trash Party. 25 to Life, just below Stay Wide Awake. Our next song is so bad. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this song is supposed to sound sexy, if I am correct in that assumption. That is the goal. This, this song fails spectacularly. The chorus does a decent enough job of this. I think he sounds more attractive in I'm Back, which hella counterintuitive. But like the whole sexy vibe falls apart when Eminem starts rapping. His tone is just too angry, which might work if it was like I fuck a lot of bitches type of song instead of I have sex well and often type of song. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just said that. I don't know. I think the weirdest part though is that this is probably the harshest delivery in the album so far. If he just went back to say a fucking I don't know, a cold wind blows delivery even, I think the sexy vibe would work better. Or just keep the vibe he has during the chorus of the song. He fumbled the bag on this one. That being said, chorus is catchy as shit. And it's not a bad song, but I gotta dock points for him completely missing at what he's trying to do. Then we got Almost Famous. There's a lot going on during the chorus, which stresses me the fuck out. It all feels like it's like fighting for attention. None of it really works together. Also, the intro to the song is not the best. I don't know. It's not Eminem's worst. C tier, high C tier. That is not actually true. I ended up putting it in low B tier, and I moved As the World Turns down to high C tier. So that is actually what happened. Anyway, moving on. Well, what's after that? Love the Way You Lie featuring Rihanna. Another song that felt like it was trying to blow up, but another one that I think that it ended up working, so who gives a shit? Love the Way You Lie, S tier. It's a nice little song. Then we got You're Never Over, which I placed in C tier. And we got the final song in the album, Untitled, which, yeah, that makes it really easy to remember. This song has solid wordplay, uh, which, you know, all I got to say about it in terms of its ranking. As a bit of a tangent, Eminem has put this is about like the album as a whole. Eminem has put jokes about or revolving around Elton John in every or nearly every album up to this point, but they seem much more mean-spirited in Recovery. I just think it's funny that Eminem uses uh, him and Elton John holding hands on stage as like as like a shield against allegations of homophobia. But since that moment, he's continued to say homophobic things, including making a whole song that seems to be anti-gay for no reason. That being Underground from Relapse, and he's continued to make jokes about Elton John himself. That doesn't sit well with me. I don't know what the deal is though with the Elton John thing, because like in Untitled and I think the first track, Cold Wind Blows, there's some pretty like not very nice things said in those. That being said, it's somewhere in A tier. Low A tier though. Below Role Model. I don't think it's below I'm Shady though. Anyway, that is Recovery. I will catch you in the next video. Have a good day. See ya.